How's it going, guys? Back here at another event of Heroes Odyssey, the Summoning. Sadly enough, Isaac has pulled a muscle in his shoulder while he was at work, so he's not here today, and Connor's not here either, so I'm actually here filming solo. So yeah, please forgive me if the quality is not 100% as usual. But yeah, we'll be bringing you a little bit of shenanigans, some role play, some fights, usual stuff. And also we're going to be doing our first giveaway. So yeah, we'll get to that soon. All right.
They don't tell us what chest is, we kill everyone!
I know where chest is.
You know to a chest?
Where is it? Top of the hill on the base.
I don't believe you! We have been the many.
I have been told it has been plain sight.
Oh, you've been told?
By 6 others.
By 6 others?
What colour
I
is
will
the
even walk you up there.
What colour is chest?
Brown.
With?
Does it have gold flowers on it?
Not that I know of.
That is
Oh,
the
that
wrong
is the wrong
All I know is
chest!
there's large chest.
We are looking for another.
This chest will be known once seen. It's not
Good
your
to know.
chest.
If I see it, I will let you know.
It's better, or it'll be all life.
I'll give you 5 seconds to leave this place. We're about to shred everyone.
actually here with Callum at the moment, as you might know as Darman. He is actually, as I said in one of the previous videos, a leather worker. So at the moment he's making some armor for one of the Minotaur NPCs.
Yeah, this is a pretty special kind of brigandine armor where I'm using hardened leather plates instead of metal, and I'm attaching it with basically kangaroo leather lacing that I've made instead of rivets, because it just worked out a lot cheaper that way. This is the second set that I've made, and happy to say it went a lot better this time round than the first time. The first time was a very steep learning curve and a bit of hit and miss, but that's what you have to put up with when doing this sort of thing. One of the things that I love about leather is that you can get a lot of life out of it. This entire vest that it is based on, I'll pick it up, you can see it. Here we go. There is the back. And front. Still looking a bit scrappy because there's ends of threads and things flying around, but I'll neaten them up later on. But the great thing about this is that the vest that these plates are all attached to is, it came off an old couch. So it's probably done a good 10-15 years service already, and when the couch was thrown away, the leather was cut off it, and even then it's still got a good use in it, and I'm using it to make a complete set of armour. It's amazingly versatile. It's going to get another, I don't know how many years this will last, to be quite honest, but I would be very surprised if it didn't last another 10-15 years, because it's just so resilient. Upholstery leather is always a very, very high grade of leather. It's got a polished and sealed surface that you normally sit on. It's very high wear, and it's tanned and cured in such a way that it's very strong and it basically won't rot. So it's amazingly versatile. The armour plates that I use that are hardened, what are known as Alaska, which is basically buffalo leather that's been chrome tanned and then re-veg tanned. So it's a lot harder naturally and tougher than veg tan leather, which is what armourers and leather workers like to use, because you can shape it and mould it and imprint it and emboss it, whereas you can't with chrome tan. But chrome tan leather is, once again, like the upholstery leather, it doesn't rot. And so by chrome tanning it and sealing it back and front, they've given it a lot of durability and longevity, and then by re-veg tanning it, they've given it more versatility and workability. Lots of big words there. It can be a little bit difficult to work with, but it's just a little bit more of a challenge, and it's one of my favourite sorts of leathers to use because it's just so damn useful in damn near anything. The helmet that I made that is featured in these videos before, that's all made from Alaska leather, and I haven't had it very long, but I've been giving it a very, I don't want to say rough, but I'll say thorough and robust testing, because it's something that I'm relatively new to, and so I want to absolutely make sure it's going to do the job, and so far it has come up absolutely perfectly every time. The reason that I use kangaroo for the lacing is because it's, regardless of how it's tanned and treated, it's actually one of the toughest leathers in the world. It's very thin, but it's very strong, and it's very light, but it's got the most abrasive resistance that any animal grows naturally. It's the leather that's used on sports shoes, and it's very popular for clothing, motorbike gear, things like that, and it's the best leather to use for leather lacing and braiding. The best stock whips you can get are all made from kangaroo lace. So I'm using it simply because it's really good value, especially in Australia, and it is not going to be something that I have to worry about failing in this particular suit of armour. So I know without a doubt that it's going to hold on and it's going to go the distance.
Bloody noisy birds.
They are a bit noisy, aren't they? That's what you get for working outside, I suppose.
Yep. So, Isaac and I have covered maintenance on chainmail and all that stuff, and soon we'll be covering maintenance on plate armour. What are some tips that you can give, even just like basic leather armour maintenance, for people on how to stop their gear from like wearing down and rotting and all that kind of stuff?
The rot is a very easy one to prevent. Basically, anytime you use your leather armour, you're going to sweat on it, which is going to get it damp. Or if you're out in the rain, or even if you're out early morning and you get falling dew on it, then you're going to get it damp. Basically, just hang it up to dry and it'll be fine. There are thousands of different products you can use for maintaining your leather, keeping it nice and supple, keeping it nice and shiny, stopping things like mold spots growing on it. The easiest for stopping mold spots is just a water and vinegar mixture. Water, white vinegar. I haven't tried using brown vinegar, but I imagine it could possibly darken the leather or stain it. But bit of water, white vinegar, 50-50, spray it on, let it dry, no mold. There are a lot of very easily available things that you can use. You've mentioned before that you use WD-40. Absolutely brilliant, because WD-40 is basically fish oil. That will work as a preserver, it will work as I just see keeping it dry, but like a moisturizer. It'll stop the leather from drying out and cracking. It'll keep it supple. The only thing is it might make it a little bit darker the first time you use it, but that's usually not a problem. Most hydrating creams and treatments and things will generally darken up the patina of leather a little bit anyway. A really good one to use, which is used worldwide, is, I actually wish I had it here, I can show you. It's Oakwood leather conditioning cream. It's I think it's a beeswax based leather treatment, and it's absolutely brilliant. It comes recommended by hundreds and hundreds of master leather workers all across the world. I've got a tube of it, I use it, it's brilliant. Leather's pretty tough, so you don't really need to do too much to it to preserve it. Just a little bit of basic care. When you've used it, hang it up so it can air out, is really 90% of looking after your armour. For stopping wear's going to happen. Using the Oakwood leather conditioning cream, your WD-40, neatswood oil, beeswax, even just a block of beeswax and rubbing beeswax on it, that'll work beautifully for preserving it and reducing wear. It's just great. works really well.
Alright guys, welcome back. I'm sorry I'm doing this outro here instead of back at the event. Pretty much the heat that day was pretty brutal. Here in Australia the heat is a bit unpredictable. It could fluctuate, like it could be 28 degrees in the early morning and then 32 by the afternoon. We did have a couple of people that actually had to get carried back to town from the battle sites from heat stroke. They ended up collapsing in the middle of battle. So yeah, it was a bit brutal. That's why actually there's not as much roleplay or fighting footage in this video. Luckily Callum the Legend ended up filling up most of the video time by running us through that little piece of information about leather and how to maintain your leather armor and all that kind of stuff.
What an absolute legend.
Yep. So yeah, he's kind of like inadvertently just become like a little side like celebrity in our videos. As I said to him the other day, it's not the fact that we purposely chuck him in the videos, it's the fact that whenever something interesting happens at LARP in the videos, he's there. So
right place at the right time.
Yep. So yeah, I did do an outro in the car as I was leaving, but it was a bit half-assed because I was a bit sunburnt and a bit tired, so I went home and decided to do the outro here. Which is good because we do have a couple announcements.
We do.
The first one is we did have our first ever Mirloks Den giveaway on the weekend. First off, we gave away limited edition Mirloks Den coffee mugs. We gave them away to Callum, and he's pretty much earned his one from the amount of videos he's been in and the amount of help he's given us.
Yep. So,
that's why he ended up getting one. And the other person that got one was actually the mother of the young fella that was in the mugging video.
Ruthlessly murdered, yeah.
And that was more of a, as I handed her the mug, I said to her, thank you very much for letting your son come here and get mercilessly wailed on. She had a good laugh, as you'll see from the video right about here. Well, I've recently hit over 100 subscribers on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And Callum said that you would like something, so that's from my channel to you.
Is that the little
Yep.
picture? Oh, how cool! Really? Oh, how awesome! That is so cool.
And Isaac and I even signed them.
Oh, that is awesome! Thank you so much.
And the logo's on the back as well.
Oh,
So yeah,
that is fantastic.
at the moment we're doing a small giveaway for reaching 100 subscribers.
Yeah, yeah.
And you have one of only 3 that we've made.
Oh, fantastic.
Callum has the other one, and the other one's a present. You got the first pick. Oh! So, exciting! Pretty much. This is for you.
Thank you very much. Oh, that is beautiful.
Isaac and I even signed it.
Oh, that's absolute champion, man. That's wow. That is absolutely amazing. I freaking love it.
So
You
yeah,
are an absolute champion.
you're welcome, my friend.
Wow. Thank you so
and
much.
the second things that actually got given away were custom-made pop sockets that I painstakingly worked on.
Yeah, they're very cool. I'll show you some pictures of them here. And yes, they were given away to Alex and Reed. So I hope you enjoy your pop sockets. They were fun to design. Trent did most of the work, of course, but...
Yep. I did end up hearing from Reed at first. She did not know what the hell it was until I got a message from her that night saying thank you very much. That afternoon that she put it on, she'd never not dropped her phone that often in her life. So yeah, I have saved her a cracked screen.
Yeah, Mirloks Den, saving phones.
Indeed, indeed. The next thing that we have is we actually now have merchandise.
Yeah!
In the upcoming weeks, maybe a month away, I will be organising a Facebook page because it's a lot more simpler to do. To pretty much put our merchandise on and for people to buy it off there. Pop sockets will be going off for about $5 a piece. and the coffee mugs are around about 15. So yeah, pretty much with the coffee mugs, you will be able to get one of the designs that we have showed you before, and they will be on the Facebook page, so don't worry, you'll be able to look at them again. You'll be able to pick what design you want with our logo on it as well. And same with the pop sockets, there'll be my head on it, Isaac's head on it, and then the Mirloks Den logo. So you'll be able to pick one of those three.
And I think we're working on shirts, yeah?
Yeah, working on shirts in the near future. So
Cool. Yeah, so keep an eye out for that space. It's going to be very, very cool.
yeah, pretty much the ball is rolling.
Now, we do have some interesting news.
Yes, we do. Pretty much, we do have a lot of upcoming projects in the works for year 2 of Mirloks Den. We will be coming out with a new intro, a new outro. Everything will be getting revamped for the channel and for the better. We do actually have a friend of ours that has actually, they're a small energy drink company that will be sending out a package to us that's on the way in the mail, and hopefully by the next video it will be here for us to try in front of you guys.
Well, I'm certainly excited as a resident energy drink fiend.
Yep.
I want to taste this stuff.
The company is called Legion Energy, and yeah, we ended up hearing from them, as per usual, from Callum, who ran into them at a convention called Supernova. Callum told them about us, and I got in contact with them, and they're sending us some stuff to try out. They're not carbonated, they're actually a kind of like the Powerade shaker things with the powder. You pour it into water and there you go.
It'll probably be good for me, as I'm pretty much 50% energy drink at this point. It'd probably be better for me to have healthier alternatives.
Oh, I'm about 75%. So yeah, that is some upcoming stuff that is coming up. As of the 29th of September was our 1 year anniversary of having this channel up and running.
Woo!
So yeah, pretty much it's been 1 year. Actually come a long way in a short amount of time. A lot of videos that have come out and a lot of effort have gone into them. And without you guys watching it weekly or fortnightly, however often you watch it, if it weren't for you guys, we wouldn't be sitting here. It gives us the motivation to keep trying harder, bring out new things every now and then, as you've seen every few videos, like we did with the jousting and like we did with the drone work and all that kind of stuff. But we would not be sitting here where we are if it weren't for you guys. We do really appreciate all your viewership. We do appreciate all the pull-ups at the shops and getting told how much that you love our videos, and we've actually even had a couple of suggestions in the comments for future videos. Like one of them was tutorials on how to use certain weapons, from poles to axes to all that kind of stuff. So that will be an upcoming video, and thanks to that person.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you for your support, and we're going to keep bringing you awesome new content. Things are just going to get bigger and better. So I'm excited.
Oh, yeah, so am I. And especially for our little hidden projects that we've got coming up in the 2nd year of Mirloks Den.
Yeah, some of those, some juicy projects.
Some of them are underway. We're just waiting for emails on people. We're waiting for confirmation on a few things.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it for now.
Let's get to it. Have another great year, and thank you for being awesome.
Yep.
Really.
As I said, once we get emails all organised and sorted out and all that, you'll be finding out more about what's coming up in the upcoming year. But until then, if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell down below for every time a new video comes out, you'll be notified. And until next time, take it easy.
See you later.